What's the most expensive business mistake I've ever made? It wasn't hiring the wrong employee. It wasn't losing a client. It wasn't bad marketing. It was allowing a $15 domain name to expire. Today, if I want that same domain name back, it'll cost me over $9,000. Let me tell you what happened. A little bit about my background. I have an MBA degree. I'm a radiology technologist. I've owned my own medical staffing agency in the past, and eventually I sold that company and began coaching other people on how to start their own agency. So you would think someone with my experience, someone with my education would never make such a rookie mistake like that. But I did. My original staffing company was called VIS Medical. That's the name I built my business around. I purchased a domain name, I built a website, I wrote articles, I marketed online. Everything I created pointed people back to that website. Years later, I decided to rebrand. I changed my business name to Workforce Staffing Network, or WSN. I honestly thought it was a better name because it explained exactly what I do. I still believe it was the right branding decision. But then I made one terrible assumption. I told myself, I'll never need VIS Medical again. So I let the domain expire. That was a mistake. The surprise was that a few years later, I became curious. I searched for the domain name. That's when reality hit me. Not only had someone else purchased it, but if I wanted it back, it would cost me $9,000. That was painful. But losing the domain wasn't even the biggest loss. The biggest loss was everything attached to it: years of articles, years of backlinks, Google search ranking, brand recognition, people who had bookmarked my website. Everything was connected to that domain. Instead of simply redirecting those visitors to my website, I threw all of that away. Looking back, I should have kept that domain forever and simply redirected it to Workforce Staffing Network. That would have cost me about $15 a year. Instead, I learned a very expensive lesson. This video isn't really about domain names, right? It's about protecting your business assets. Your business domain is an asset. Your business name is an asset. Your reputation is an asset. And your brand is an asset. Sometimes the most valuable things you own aren't physical, they're digital. So, my advice to you is if you're thinking about starting a staffing agency, here's my advice. Before you file your LLC, before you order business cards, before you spend thousands of dollars, please buy your domain name, search for the .com version, buy any reasonable spelling variation, then turn on the automatic renewal for $15 or $20 a year. You'll protect something that could become one of the most valuable business assets you have. So, in closing, the funny part is I already knew all of this. I learned it in business school. I've taught it to other entrepreneurs. I've even told my own coaching clients to do exactly what I'm telling you now. But somehow, I still made the mistake. Business isn't about being perfect. It's about learning from expensive lessons and helping other people avoid making those same mistakes. Hopefully, my $9,000 lesson will save you from making the same mistake. If it does, then it was worth sharing. Remember, build it once, build it right. I'll see you in the next video.